Picture this. People have suddenly stopped aging, and new human life can no longer be born. Monsters are causing chaos in every region, and now the world is destined to be destroyed in a couple of days. But God has a plan to create a new world, and He needs your help. The job is to be a good Samaritan by fulfilling the requests of people you encounter throughout the lands, guaranteeing that their souls will reach the new world. Rinse and repeat your good deeds until you've saved enough souls to prove yourself to God. This is the pitch for Lightning Returns, a game that's unconventional compared to other RPGs, but offers a good time to those willing to handle the title and obligations of Savior. So with the world ending in a few days, that means the game has a time limit on how long you can take to complete all main story quests. And that sounds intimidating, but trust me, as long as you are actively exploring new areas and interacting with the world, you will have more than enough time to save humanity. This game rewards players who engage with the world by delaying the apocalypse, giving you more days to perform your responsibilities as Savior. And to be even more safe, the game gives you this ability called Chronostasis, which allows you to freeze the clock from ticking down for a brief moment, giving you the chance to take a breather and consider your next move. And there are a lot of moves you could make, because this game has 4 major areas that all offer exploration, quests, and combat. So how should you spend your time so as to save as many people as possible? In the beginning of the game, you'll arrive at the first major area and be told to solve a murder mystery, the first of 5 main quests. Your move could be to put all of your focus on completing everything this area has to offer from the get-go, but from my experience, that can just lead to frustration. Instead, consider that this game gives you the freedom to hop on a train and explore the other areas. No restrictions other than a small ticket fee. That means you decide for yourself how and where to spend your time. So if you're not sure how to progress a main quest or are struggling against monsters, try using your time more wisely in a different area. You're almost guaranteed to find something new to do and something new to obtain. Once you've settled on a place to explore, pick a direction, and you'll eventually come across people that need your help. These people give out side quests, most of which aren't anything fancy. Standard stuff like kill these monsters, fetch these materials, or talk to these people. However, I still found almost all the side quests enjoyable to complete, despite their simplicity. They're all quick with the setup and are fully voiced, so they don't feel like a chore to begin. And side quests often send you to areas you've yet to explore, which themselves will have new NPCs to assist. So at a point it becomes like clearing out a Tango checklist, but in a good way. Plus, some can be comedic in tone, while others will reveal how humanity has dealt with a frozen world for hundreds of years. Anyway, the real reason why you'll want to take care of everyone's problems is because that is the only way to level up your stats and give yourself an edge in combat. Strike the enemy with your sword, launch magic from a distance, and shield enemy attacks at the right time to take no damage. This is the standard flow of combat, and you'll immediately feel that it is quick and responsive. Most attacks, be it physical or magical, happen fast, and shielding is essentially instantaneous. So, you are highly encouraged to dish out as much damage as possible and stay on defense for as little as possible. Furthermore, every attack can be timed properly to increase the damage by a good amount, rewarding players who stay engaged with each enemy encounter. So the fast combat, plus the timing required for maximum damage, kept each engagement fun and satisfying. Also, every action you take drains your energy, but to avoid doing nothing when it runs out, you'll want to switch outfits. Outfits in this game are the way in which you create your own loadouts. All of them usually have one or two abilities they specialize in, like this one enhances fire magic, and this one grants a high level block. But the cool thing is that everything else is a blank space for you to fill in. So defeat enemies to take their weapons and abilities, and arrange those abilities to whichever button slot you see fit. The key here is that you decide how to prepare for combat. To share some examples, you can create an outfit that's going for effective debuffs, or one that's focused on dealing big damage. Building your character starts off slow, but eventually you'll have a lot of options to choose from, bringing out the best of combat. And once you have your loadouts and understand the enemy's weaknesses, controlling lightning feels like keeping in tune with the rhythm when you get into the flow of battle. There's really nothing else like it. As an aside, there's fun in discovering just how many different outfits were made. I would say there's too many, but the options are nice. Additionally, you can place adornments and customize the colors of every outfit, letting you decide how you'll look in and out of battle. Now, does it really make sense for Lightning, who's usually no nonsense, to be playing dress up and striking poses while humanity is at stake? Well, you can be the judge of that. What you're hearing is the battle results theme, and yes, the rest of the game's soundtrack lives up. Each region comes with its own battle theme, and they're all great. I'll highlight two that stood out to me. The first area immediately hits you with this remix. Swing by the wildlands to hear. And the songs you'll be hearing outside of combat also match in quality, a personal favorite being This City at Night. Now, elephant in the room. This is the third game in a trilogy, so the overarching story works best when you've got the other two games under your belt. But I'd say you could start here and still enjoy the ride. The main story itself is fine, some good moments here and there, and it does feel rushed at the end, but it ends on a high note, so all is forgiven. Some other things to note: the camera during combat can get in the way, and enemy variety could be better. Dungeons are mostly straightforward in design, and you'll probably be wishing for Lightning to run faster, considering how much walking you have to do. Also, the Steam version doesn't seem to like being run on modern PC hardware, but besides one crash in my many hours of play, I'd say the PC version is the way to go, especially on sale. Despite all these flaws, I still had a good time with Lightning Returns, and you might too. It's a game that I was initially wary of jumping into because of the time limit, but as I've explained, it's really not so bad. Just remember, as long as you accept the role of savior and help humanity, you'll be more than prepared to save the world and have a good time while doing it.